bit controversial here. Get the ogre to level 25, 17% fire blast chance on attack. There's your damage right there.
Is that a controversial take? Wait, which one are you taking? The fire blast chance?
Yeah, on attack.
Okay.
And you build right click. Go Pingu carry.
So you're suggesting they run 5 tiny carry ogre and they complete roll swap it here?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm down. Sure. What could possibly go wrong there, right? Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong? I see. So now we do see also a little bit of a swap here in terms of who's playing what. Solji is indeed going to be the mid player as a master tier invoker, and Shinra are going to be playing the carry Tiny. So they swap up their roles there. We'll see how that's going to work out for them. Again, the first series for both of these teams. Actually, that's not quite true. They did meet in the Royal Jelly Covenant Cup in the first round, where 5RATFORCESTAFF was able to take the series 2-0 against Fell.
So looking to follow that up with another. I'd say game 1 was fairly convincing. Looking to finish off the clean sweep.
The battle begins.
And they did see that Pingu was blocking the small camp their ward.
Yes, so Giant will immediately find both, he just puts on the high ground. Yep. Easy D ward for the Storm Spirit. You don't have to worry as much about the Invoker's small camp if he doesn't excel at farming it like a hero like Storm Spirit does. And it is going to be the IO for this game, so they're going to partner with the Viper. Probably the right choice. Viper IO does so much damage if you can click these heroes.
Also, the sustain seems insane.
Look at this play.
Aframush, though, looking for an early first blood here.
They spot. I don't know if Giant saw him. He may have caught a sliver of him.
See here, Giant going to be walking on.
It's
forward.
Really hard. They don't really have that much damage with these heroes. And Aframush is just gonna. He'll have to TP out. But yeah, they're trying to expose the early weakness of Viper. It is offset a little bit by IO. So that is, of course, something you have to consider. As Pingu,
it's going to be the Ignite coming out. It'll bring over the Shadow Shaman. Just going to be starting to right-click. There's going to be the Shackles. There's some more right-clicks onto Little Nick. Keeping him away from the wave. Like Shinra having the wave all to himself.
At the very least, your Tiny gets the first 2 waves completely for free. So no farm for the Viper, but you know, what's it at the expense of? Your Sand King has 0 CS so far. All right.
They're gonna go here onto Giant a little bit, but I
think he's just dead. Sand King is. Wait, who's dead? They're going on Viper, but
here.
The Sand King is
going
dead
at
up
the
here,
same
right?
times on both offlaners here. And
what?
Zor?
What? Did they see him?
He's hiding in the stone.
What? Is that a thing?
He shouldn't be called Sand King. He's Stone King.
Is that a thing? Is that a spot? Is that a bug? Feature?
It's absolutely a feature. There are no bugs in this game. Excuse me. Except for Sand King, who's like a scorpion, and that is of course a bug. Is that an insect?
I don't know. That's crazy. If that's actually a spot. Valve, hello.
That's an
that is crazy. They did not see him. Okay. Wow.
But still, though, I mean, this Sand King has one last hit. Same for the Viper. Both offlaners getting absolutely smacked.
Yeah,
and
the big problem is that this Viper is kind of like a ticking time bomb. If you can get to level 2 and 3, then it gets really dicey for this bottom lane, because that level 2 poison attack is deadly.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's just a Storm Spirit versus Invoker, with just trading some good old farm there. And Zor, he's at least getting like a little bit of last hits now here, and he's getting solo experience.
If you had to pick an offlaner to have a bad game, I would definitely pick Sand King. He can always cut waves eventually with the Sandstorm. He can take stacks as well. So he has a lot of recovery mechanics as long as he gets levels, which he is. And we do start to see the struggle of this bottom lane as Lil Nick finally gets to see a couple creeps.
Finally. Like am I really a core? I have not hit any last hits yet.
The real winners of both of these exchanges is the carries, though, at the end of the day, right? Shinra and DNM. DNM in particular has 17 denies on this Phantom Assassin. That might be more than my record of all-time denies.
Damn.
So, you have to, I don't know if that speaks volumes to me as a player or not, but...
You don't like the 9?
No, you support life, right?
Another Ignite coming out here to stun onto the Viper with the Avalanche. They have the damage to bring Little Nick down. The Shackles, they get the kill.
They got him this time.
Nicely done there.
And as long as Zor lives... Okay, never mind. I was going to say, it's worth it because Zor is doing his thing, but he immediately dies. Like that,
But I feel like it's once again, it's like it's a Viper dying early versus a Sand King, which... Like, Viper still has not hit level 3 while Sand King is halfway to
Yeah, and I do think this is the right choice, by the way. Because I think the Tiny, if you let this Viper do his thing, your Tiny would have a horrible game. Like we talked about.
They're gonna go straight onto the Viper again here. Little Nick getting lower and lower. Do they have the damage to bring this Viper down? Aframush approaching. He's gonna have the Shackles.
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best to keep him alive, but
this is so good. They're gonna get the secondary kill as well.
Do they? Yeah.
Eventually. Aframush is taking all the kills.
3-0-0 on the Shadow Show. He's like, I did not have a lane so far. At the same time, up top, Zor. He says, an offlaner died. I need to die as well. An honorable.
This is it's just a slaughter of the offlanes. What are we back? What is this, like 10 patches ago, where it was like the solo offlane meta, right?
Mm-hmm. Offlane's just left to die 7 times. It's just about like how good can you be about that.
So this is great though, right? The PA is obviously completely free farming, but so is the Tiny. And that was our concern, is that we didn't know if Tiny was going to have a good game. Hold on, though. Aframush, he has a killing spree, actually.
Here. He has a killing spree, and that's going to go the way of the IO. And it's now Pingu.
Oh, there's a regen there.
Get that regen. Nicely done. And the Bloodlust on the Invoker.
I bet Storm Spirit would have loved to have that.
For sure.
So that's a pretty big kill, right? Of course, they reworked killing spree plus gold, right? So you get more if it's 1 or 2 heroes, I believe. That might be completely wrong, but we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, as up top, they're gonna go onto the Sand King once again, and we just see that lane of PA plus Grimstroke.
All right, there's a limit to at what point it's worth it, right? Yeah. There's a threshold, and I think the Sand King has maybe.
Take a look at the network.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it, right? The Viper is now getting some space, but Sand King.
At the net worth. Like the PA is already 1,000 gold ahead.
This is a crucial smoke. If they can get this kill.
That's going to be the Burrow Strike. Aframush approaching now as well.
It's
going to be the Shackles. Silence coming out to jump away from DNM. Tornado coming through. Do they have the damage to bring down DNM? Ooh, nice cut there. And with the Inks, well, Albino Zebra actually also will survive as the Burrow Strike misses.
He has a salve on AB1 as well for his PA, so he's not even going to have to leave.
Yes. Whoop, in the mid lane. Fine Giant. But yeah, DNM once again off to a fantastic start. 3-0 on that PA.
Yeah, and that's
looking to make it 4-0. Yeah. He's gonna hide in the. He's gonna try to hide in the spot again.
Unfortunately, the Phantom Zimbrisk gives vision. Not gonna get away with it this time. So we're really starting to see the offlane influence this game, right? The Sand King, 11 CS, level 4. At least the Viper now level 5, right? He's got the level 3 poison. So the Tiny is not super comfortable staying in this lane for too long. And that's really where the difference is going to start to kick in, is when does the Tiny feel like he has to leave? Probably not soon. There's a rotation coming his way.
Yeah, Little Nick did back off as he did see the rotation with the ward. And
Yeah, so the end game trade-off right for the Felt is they've greatly enabled Shinra's game at the expense of Zor's. So
yeah, Aframouche is ahead of Zor by 500.
Yeah, he had a tree. He got the 3 kills at the start of the laning stage, so, and he's getting mid farm too, so he's practically their off lane. We could just consider him the 3.
Mm-hmm.
But the impact of that top move, by the way, in first invoker move of the game, fails.
Mm-hmm.
So that
at least
feels...
they got the kill in the mid lane on Giant that enabled earn charges for the invoker.
Yep. I was gonna say, because he didn't have any urge charges before that, but they get the Giant kills, so.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, like, I'm just looking at the net worth, and like, the PA just got so much more out of his lane because of the kills than the Tiny did.
Yeah.
It's really as simple as that. 5,000 net worth on DNM. Oh my gosh.
This man knows how to play carry PA.
That's a lot of farm. And we saw what he did last game, right? And he did not have nearly this good of a start.
Now 10-minute rune. Oh, a region rune for the Storm Spirit.
And here's where the problem really will start to shine. By the way, Giant's just been stacking for his Storm, so Nico says thank you. The problem's going to be, when does the Storm Spirit start to make moves, right? Because he is also just power farming this game. Up there still with the Tiny, who we said, having a free game.
Tiny, of course, is going to go into the Echo Saber and then most likely Shadow Blade Shard. The conventional build there. Now, 10 minutes into this game.
This is
no tower taken yet, and no real rotation from anybody out of their lane.
I don't think if you're Radiant, you maybe feel like you might need to push the tempo. They do have Serpent Wards now on Aframouche, so they can, if they want to decide to use them on an objective, they can. The problem is you're behind in the laning stage. They probably feel like they're getting out farmed right now, which they are. So any move you go to, you gotta.
Shinra is getting gone on here by Little Nick.
Is he dead?
So much damage. The
reload?
avalanche, and yeah, he's gonna TP out. As at the same time, they put the Serpent Wards in mid.
Nice.
This is a great turn of events here for Radiant. Lots of damage on. Is the tower just? The Serpent Wards deal so much damage. They're gonna go in. The Soulbind connects onto both of them. There's going to be the Inkswell hits onto the Invoker. They get a first kill. Aframouche, very high level as well. They won't quite have the damage to finish him off. They get the tower, but costs the life of the Invoker.
That's totally worth it, though. Your Tiny gets out there. You get the mid tower. Yes, you lose your Invoker, but a much-needed gold influx there for the side of the Felt. By the way, he had a regen running that whole time on the Storm Spirit, so he's back in action already. Never ran out of mana.
Shinra is gonna go onto Little Nick here, has the toss, finds the kill.
Yeah, this matchup is so crazy, right? Because Viper, if he is ahead, owns, but the Tiny can kill him with his physical damage at any point. As Ningu,
Ningu. Shinra's actually got an approach here. They're looking to turn this around onto Nico here. The toss. The sustain from Nico is just too much.
And this is the combo. He's gonna get the tether out as well. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
And this combination coming into full effect, right? The stick comes out, the soul ring, the sustain.
At the same time, up top though, they use the epicenter. They find the first kill onto DNM PA.
That is so huge.
And now looking for this tower as well.
Some great moves coming out from the Felt, but much needed, by the way, right? They were 2k gold behind. You felt like they needed to start making moves around the map, and they are doing it. The mid lane, Solji.
Mid line, they're gonna go on the Invoker as a stick. The stun coming out from Zor is not gonna be enough though. Oh, no. That was not the play that they get. At least they get the top tower, so they open up the map for themselves. As at the same time, bottom, Little Nick dies to Aframush solo.
That's a solo kill for the shaman. Okay.
He really is the position 3 here of Felt.
Tower is under attack.
He's higher net worth than the enemy Viper.
He has a completed Aether Lens almost halfway to blink on the shaman.
14 minutes.
Holy cow, he is farming. Yeah, he is essentially the offlane this game. I did want to note just how well it feels like 5RATFORCESTAFF is playing around their Storm Spirit, though, right? Mm-hmm. The IO synergy with the Grimstroke. Nico, any target that gets found by the Storm Spirit, it feels like is dead. And now he has a completed Orchid to boot.
There's going to be the smoke. They want to find
and there's
some
a
more
regen
kills.
up here. Oh my goodness.
Another regen. Isn't it nice to be this Storm Spirit right now? Solji
Radiant's bottom
breaks the
tower
smoke,
is
but
under
immediately
attack.
goes for the Ghost Walk. And it's still away.
And so it was a great series of events there for the Felt, right? They got the kill onto the PA top, they got the tower, and the solo kill on Viper bottom. But the problem is this Storm Spirit has been unchecked still, right? That's the next answer. Like, Felt needs to come up with an
Radiant's
answer to
bottom
Nico
tower is
very
under
soon.
attack.
It's going to be the smoke here with the Blink Dagger from the Sand King.
They don't have a ward here. Great play from 81. They're gonna get
Oh,
a
they
ward
see
here.
the Sand King and
There's the hex.
instantly hex. There's going to be a shackle coming out. It's going to be interrupted,
So
however.
much damage.
And there's just so much damage. Both of them are dead.
And he has a regen rune to pop as well, so he's still ready to go.
Radiant's bottom tower has
The
fallen.
smoke popped on the Sand King and they saw him with the ward. That was... Oh.
Yeah, and the thing that's gonna start getting particularly crippling for the Felt is look at the support levels on 5 now. Level 9 on the IO, max out overcharge. Level 9 on the Grimstroke. So he has max Inkswell and level 3 silence already. They have all the levels they need to be aggressive on the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF. And again, they find the hex, but where's the damage follow-up?
We do have now Shard on the Tiny, so the Battle Fury for 1400 has been acquired. Meanwhile, DNM though, already a normal Battle Fury finished, as well as a Mithril Hammer for him.
Yeah, the one thing going still for the Felt right is this Tiny. I've played enough pubs this patch to know that this hero can make any game
Radiant's
winnable.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Yes, it does an absurd amount of damage, especially once you get to the Silver Edge timing. I think is the big one. He's still a bit ways off, but he will rapidly get there.
And it looks like the Felt here wants to go for a little bit of a Roshan play. Solji already in the pit. They have Bloodlust, they
Shaman
have
wards, by the way,
Alacrity.
Shaman wards do double damage to Roche.
Oh yeah.
So don't forget about that. This was always in the cards, and it should I think it's just dead. This is look at how much damage they do. Oh my gosh. I haven't actually seen it done in a game I've been in, but that is a lot of damage.
It's being scanned out right now, but it's going to be a little bit too late. That's going to be Aegis into the hands of the Invoker.
So they give it to the Invoker. Okay. I thought they would give it to Tiny to secure his scaling this game. But it looks like they are scared of their Invoker just dying, which, well, kind of just had a null impact this game. He's got the 2 deaths.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Have yet
Yes,
to
the Hand
really
of Midas,
feel
so we'll be able to recover with that. Meanwhile, the Shadow Shaman went for his own shard, so now the Shackles will pop up the Serpent Wards as well.
Yep. Makes it even scarier to play side lanes for specifically the PA. I guess the PA shouldn't be that scared because he's probably going to be in the jungle most of the time, but it's just more damage,
Dire's
right?
top tower is under
So,
attack.
yeah.
Have to wonder. Looks like they're maybe just gonna get this top tower. I'm curious to see how Aframush continues to scale. By the way, in levels, because I'm eyeing up this level 20
Dire's
talent.
top tower is under attack.
This Hex Breaks talent.
Oh.
I think it's a newer talent. I don't remember when it got added, but it is really valued this game. We talked about Break against PA in the last game. This time it's just as impactful, I'd say, and much easier to get off, right? All you need is the Hex,
Yeah.
and the Shaman is very farmed. And you can just see he's just kind of eating a creep and letting the Serpent Wards kill the wave. Lil Nick.
Radiant are scanning.
Shinra is going to be here with the
Does
Shadow Blade.
he got scanned? Are they gonna try and dive this? There's blink on Zor.
Gonna continue to cut the trees into here.
Radiant's middle
Little
tower
Nick.
is under
Little Nick. Little Nick has been found. It's gonna be the stun.
There's
Keep
the-
it coming
there's
in
the
from the PA.
relocate. They get the Hex
PA
on the
instantly
DNM.
gonna be hexed. That's gonna be the shackles, but Nico jumps onto Aframush. Aframush going to be silenced up. Shinra trying to hit back. But he's stuck in the trees now. There's gonna be an epicenter coming through from the Sand King. Doesn't get the stun off, however.
They got the Invoker under
Got
tower.
the Invoker meanwhile. DNM. That's gonna be the Soulbind coming out now from Albino Zebra. They're gonna go on to the Grimstroke.
Oh my God,
He's
he's gonna kill him.
onto
Don't
Pingu. DNM. Woo!
What is going on? The Tiny's gonna clean house here.
And Shinra gets away with a double kill. They
What a-
killed off the PA
What
there.
what a wild fight. PA joining
Yeah.
that fight did not have the BKB finish. It is now completed in his inventory, but did not have it for that fight. And you gotta feel like Felt wins that fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your Tiny survives the entire fight, gets a couple of kills. Now top net worth on Shinra.
Yeah.
And was it a mistake to they brought the IO? The IO brought the storm back from the relocate, as we see the replay here at the end. Grimstroke kind of cleaning house on the sidelines, but they get the
Inks
big
fell
kill.
into silence.
The big money
Feels
kill.
good for him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
is he gonna finish Silver Edge this because of that fight?
Aframush.
Okay, there he goes.
Nico. you talked about like how much the Storm Spirit is enabled, and we can really feel it. Like Nico 4, 0, and 6, and it feels like he's never out of mana.
Yeah, and that's partially why the last fight kind of felt weird, because he got taken back from the relocate. But he's so enabled this game, it feels like if they don't have him, maybe they can't necessarily take fights. But hold up.
Yeah.
What's going on mid? Okay, just some poking.
Cold Warfare.
And I do like the decision from Shinra. So normally if you're feeling kind of greedy, you can go Echo Saber into the Silver Edge and then BKB. But he's going to go Shadow Blade into the BKB, just prioritizing that magic immunity a little bit sooner. Much needed. I think he's going to start having to join fights earlier than might otherwise needed. Because his other teammates not having great games.
Bottom tower is under
What do you mean Aframush is having a great game?
Well, that is true. His other, okay, well, I guess if we consider him a core,
Dire's top tower
his other
is under attack.
typical cores are not having great games, as we have a smoke here. BKB done on PA.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Oh, they
Storm
found
Spirit and
Solji.
Io
Goodbye,
Solji.
Solji.
Gonna get jumped here by DNM, but there's going to be the... There's the dust. On the
And they're
side.
gonna
jump
keep
the
going.
relocate. Shinra immediately fights back here onto Giant. Can he find the kill? Io, he's
They can't
so
get him.
low, he survives!
Oh no. BKB ending.
No. BKB has ended now, and the Inks, well, ooh. Triple kill for DNM.
Lil Nick, the savior of the fight. Great smoke move, by the way, from 5RATFORCESTAFF. They start off the terms immediately deleting a hero. But that Viper strike onto the Viper, it goes through BKB, slows him to a crawl.
Yeah, so take a look at that fight here again. Invoker getting gone on the
This is
dust.
dream start.
Yeah, it was so close to just taking out this Io, but just-
Even if the IO dies here, he still dies on Tiny.
yeah.
And so huge that bone. Really clutch there from Giant. And that game kind of feels like it breaks the game a little bit more open, right? You finally killed the Tiny. The PA got the kill. Nobody dies on the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF. You pretty much team wipe Felt.
And it feels like it's Tiny against both the PA and the Storm Spirit, and it's a Storm Spirit who, as we mentioned now multiple times, is just so enabled. We do see a 5-man smoke, but I believe that was under a
I think
ward.
it was on the ward. And look at this immediate response from 5RAT. They're gonna ward up the high ground. Lil Nick completed BKB on him. He's just going to stand on the high ground here.
Yeah, immediately jumps onto Pink. There's going to be the Blink Dagger going on to Albino Zebra. It's going to be healed up by Giant. Not going to be good enough.
Back.
But they've already lost 2 heroes. Shinra able to take out supports, but...
Shinra is...
There's going to be an epicenter coming through with the Sanking, but this is just not the fight anymore. And that's 5 heroes for 2 supports and the support buyback.
Great buyback from AB1. Maybe it probably wasn't needed at the end of the day, but better safe than sorry. Again, another fight that feels like it was won because of the wording from 5RATFORCESTAFF, right? It's become a consistent theme in this series. As we look at this, just perfect start. They do kill the Grimstroke, but he has to commit his entire BKB. He's trying to chase the IO now. And this is just not how you want to be using your BKB, because eventually it runs out.
You're so good,
and the bill comes due.
I keep dying.
Yeah, and with that fight, it really like a little bit like that 5-man smoke. It felt a little bit desperation.
Yeah.
Which I'm not quite sure is warranted. How desperate, like, I feel like if you just like keep up in farm or like you keep trying to split push the map, you could potentially like wait for a few more items. Like I'm just thinking about for the Shadow Shaman, like he's like 1/3 to a BKB or a Blink Dagger. Like any of these 2 items could make a pretty big impact.
Yeah, I do kind of agree, right? It definitely felt like that was a very desperation-esque smoke. But you know, it's tough. Maybe they feel like they're in that position, right? They lost a fight. Their Tiny died. And maybe you feel like if you don't win a fight soon, you're gonna lose all map control, right? You are playing against IO, so the map control game is naturally going to be won by the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But the problem is, right? You force that play. Your Tiny dies again. Now he is really behind, and it doesn't feel like it's getting easier for him.
And this, as you mentioned, like the Dire, they rely on 0 cooldowns. Like there is not a single cooldown that they're waiting on for any fight. Like Radiant aren't really that reliant either. But like if you're behind, like that just means less than you're ahead.
Yeah, and really just once we get to you're at this point in the game, and the game plan becomes really easy for 5RATFORCESTAFF. It's really find the supports and then kill Tiny after his BKB. And it's really easy because you have this Giga Farm PA and this Giga Farm Storm. Neither of them are really threatened to instantly die in this game, right? You have double save supports now, kinda. I like that Albino Zebra prioritized the Shard, the Inkswell Shard, so they have a Dispel now on top of the Silence for the Shaman spells, and Relocate Mech. So the damage for Felt is really, really bad. Not bad. It's getting questionable, right?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
One thing that Tiny still and will always do as this position 1, if he gets to a tower, he will chalk that tower down very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, we see Bloodlust, Alacrity. They can still buff up their Tiny.
Yeah. Even committing the Serpent Wards here as Dire, yeah, they're just giving up this tower for free.
And a drums on the Ogre, didn't even notice that, but he's gonna go drums. He's gonna go Medallion, he's gonna get the Shard on Ogre too if he can. Just put everything on Shinra.
And
do your best.
Despite the map control being in favor of 5RATFORCESTAFF, it is Radiant who has claimed 2 tier 2 towers already. Which does give a nice influx of gold. I feel like this tower gold especially nice for the supports Aframouche. Getting pretty close there to having a BKB. How big is that BKB going to matter, do you think, in an upcoming team fight?
It's obviously super important because the Storm can't kill you. That being said, the other core that's scary can instantly kill you, which is that being the PA. They do give the Aegis to the Storm Spirit, probably the correct decision because he's the one jumping in. But so BKB is obviously really nice because you You don't die to the storm, the Grim. You can get
They're
shackled.
gonna see Shinra here. Shinra has the Silver Edge. Nado coming through. Jump forward here straight onto Solji. Solji has the A on this. And Shinra just trying to fight back.
Right on
DNA
BKB.
getting pretty low.
Where's the
BKB
damage?
from Shinra. Now with the Soul Bind, it's a good amount of damage here from Shinra, but it's not quite enough to finish anybody off yet. Nico still alive with that Aegis, and they lose Shinra. Nico will finally die, but it is just an Aegis. 4 heroes going down, and DNM still looking good.
Wow.
Remember learning
All
this
right,
one.
that the PA does a lot of damage, Apon. Really shocking
Radiant's
analysis,
middle tower
I'm
is under
sure.
attack.
Yeah,
but
that
It's
was
just-
so close to being a good fight
Radiant's middle
for
tower
Fel.
has fallen.
I guess we take a quick look back here. Like the PA does go down very quickly here to Shinra, but then is able to get away because of that Soul Bind. And
and of course it's the BKB is just, it feels like if you have a BKB on 5RATFORCESTAFF, you are free to do whatever you want. So DNM, yeah, he gets hit, but he can always walk away or blink away if needed. And then once this tiny BKB ends again, he's a goner. And just another fight where, I mean, this is the first fight Tiny actually got to hit heroes. But even then, it wasn't enough damage.
it was a large amount of damage, but not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there's
But
again,
if they get the initiation in the next fight, like if the Invoker's not jumped immediately, maybe there's something there. They're gonna go immediately for another smoke here with Shinra in the
Radiant's
Silver
top
Edge.
tower
BKB
Miss
is
a
up
DD.
on all of these heroes, so they have to get the jump on them. They're gonna find Lil Nick
Oh,
and
little
immediately
Nick.
BKBs.
Immediately
Oh,
BKBs, but they
Storm?
find the stun here onto Nico. Nico gets his BKB up, looking to turn this around onto Shinra. Shinra has his own BKB and the jump away from the Storm Spirit. Now little Nick
Oh, they
is
got
going
the-
to
they got the
Soul Bind.
PA.
They got the PA with the shackles and the BKB. Do they have the damage to finish
Oh,
her
the
off?
Inkswell!
though? No, the Inkswell! And now DNM turns this around, ready to kill everybody. How dare they hold him down?
Oh my gosh, no, that was so close, Apon. Oh, and that feels like the story of this game. They're so close every time.
Yeah.
They're so close. But something is always there, and that time the Inkswell from AB1, from Albino Zebra, purges off the shackles. And once that shackles is gone, the PA just deletes the Tiny from the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's like call an ambulance. But not for me. As we take a quick look here, we see here the BKB, the shackles coming out.
He doesn't have the Silver Edge up, so he actually can't hit the PA because of the evasion either. So I don't even know if I mean, the Inkswell obviously getting off is game ending, or fight ending, but I don't know if he was dying regardless. Watching it back.
Radiant's bottom
Either
tower
way,
has fallen.
crazy big league now here for 5RATFORCESTAFF. Now 20k almost.
Radiant's middle tower
We have
is
the level
under attack.
25 now for the PA. Went for the triple strike, stifling dagger this time.
Yeah, I like that more this game, right? He's playing a much more of a backline style where he's kind of just sitting in the back, waiting for his opportunities. Whereas last game, it was like, you have to insta-kill a target. So I like the decision this game. He's also going to have a full Satanic, by the way. So now has almost 3,000 HP on this Phantom Assassin.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh,
Tiny?
Shinra.
They have a duck.
Have a duck?
He's going to BKB. He has to TP out immediately. Yep. Heads up
Oh.
TP.
Yeah.
If the PA was a little bit closer, it might have died, but then I'm not quite close enough. He's gonna... It just pops 5 mangoes. Seems good.
It's a hungry boy. You know?
Bring back Mango Tree.
Love that item, man. Did you placed it like in your like close to your fountain, and then you had a Storm Spirit, and your Storm Spirit zipped through it? And you're like,
So were you the person, Apon? Would you put it on your high ground? Like you could put it as a ward, right? Or you could use it just for the mangoes. Which type?
use
were
it
you?
for the mango.
Oh, hold on.
For the mango.
He doesn't have BKB, by the way.
Yeah,
he's
Shinra
dead.
is dead. They're gonna go onto Pingu here, and they get the Soul Bind onto Solji
Everybody's
as well. Afterwards gets the shackles here. Oh, Tornado coming out. They're holding down Little Nick. Little Nick is going to die. I feel like that's a reoccurring theme of this game. Little Nick is going to be dying. But DNM and Nico, they
The
are
other
not
reoccurring
dying.
theme is that the Sand King died on the other side of the fight.
Once again, he realized an offlaner died. I need to die.
He's just holding up his end of the bargain, Apon. It's only natural.
As
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very heads up there. They recognized immediately that the tiny BKB was still on cooldown, and they just immediately send it on him.
Radiant's
No
top
way for him
tower
to survive
is
there.
under attack.
And it would appear that the felt base is not long for this world either.
Radiant's
Doesn't look
middle
like
barracks
it.
are
So
under
they have some
attack.
nice sprays coming through onto the rack.
Radiant's middle
Meatball.
barracks has fallen.
The new 5RAT
Radiant's middle
supportive
barracks
pack.
has fallen.
That's a great spray. I like that one.
There are so many cool sprays now. I love how creative the packs are getting with the
Yo,
sprays. And
you know the best one?
which one is it?
TSM.
Oh, yeah, you know, TSM really broke the bank for theirs, didn't they?
Yeah, their sprays, 10 out of 10.
Oh, look at Aframoosh. What's he doing up here?
Uh-oh, Aframoosh.
They have a ward
Aframoosh
here.
has hit level 20. Hex breaks now.
Okay. Could be a bit of a timing
Uh-oh,
here. They're gonna
DNM
find the
breaks
pig
the
broke.
smoke? Can they find him? They
Nice
find DNM, gets the
BKB.
BKB off! And Zor, ooh.
Radiant's
They
bottom
jump
And now
in
they
here
find the
straight
back
onto
lines.
Pingu. That's going to be the BKB from Nico. The Soulbind
Oh,
coming
nice
out.
shackles.
Shinra, oh no, he is dead. GG's are called. And we've said it time and again during this game. These fights, very close, but like once they turn the side of 5RATFORCESTAFF, they just like get 4 or 5 kills.